Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. Have you ever wondered who has won the most Grammys in one night? We'll find that out and more. Here are 30 random facts to make your day. In a casino, the house edge, which is the percent the casino wins over the player, is lowest for blackjack, less than 1%, and highest for keno, 25 to 29%. In the original version of Pac-Man, each level had 240 little dots for Pac-Man to munch on. The very first Saturday Night Live host was George Carlin. The first female host, and first person to host the show more than once, was Candice Bergen. 95% of cranberries are processed immediately after harvest into juice and cranberry sauce. The remaining 5% are sold fresh or dried and sweetened. The giant Gippsland earthworm of Australia can grow nearly 10 feet long and weigh about 0.22 kilograms. They are so large that you can find them simply by listening for the audible gurgling or suckling sound they make when moving rapidly through their burrows. Praying mantises are capable of turning their heads 180 degrees, and their compound eyes have 10,000 ommatidia, which are tiny independent photoreception units that consist of a cornea, lens, and photoreceptor cells. In other words, if you think a mantis is looking at you, it most likely is. February, thanks to its already short length and leap days, has missed having a full moon several times in recorded history. In 1999, not only did February have no full moon, but the misalignment between the human calendar and the lunar calendar led to January and April each having 2 full moons. The idea of cats having multiple lives is found around the world, but the number of lives is inconsistent. While North Americans say a cat has 9 lives, Germans and Italians say a cat has 7 lives, and in many regions of the Middle East, they are believed to have only 6. In the 1980s, many families owned a VHS deck but no VHS tapes. Throughout the decade, many VHS deck owners in America had yet to purchase a movie and instead relied on weekly rentals from a neighborhood store. Balaji Badajo, the actor inside the alien suit in the 1979 sci-fi horror classic Alien, took Tai Chi and mime lessons in order to give the alien slow, smooth, and deliberate movements that thoroughly terrified audiences around the world. The Hoover Dam construction project, started in 1931, was the first construction project in the world where the workers were required to wear hard hats. Elephants so strongly dislike bees and their trunk-inflaming stings that they have a specific warning call that tells other elephants there are beehives nearby. The tomato is the most popular vegetable grown by American gardeners, with 86% of gardeners planting it each year. Earth is a deep and watery place. Approximately 71% of the planet's surface is ocean, and approximately 66% of the surface is deep ocean, which is water with a depth of 201 meters or more. If a super skilled contestant were to play Jeopardy as aggressively as possible, getting every question right and using every daily double, they could win $566,400 in a single game. No one has come close to that. However, the person that has won the most in a single game to date was James Holzhauer with $131,127. The highest regular season payout winner, not including tournaments to date, is the current host of the show, Ken Jennings, with a payout of $2,520,700. In North America, canning jars are commonly called mason jars because the early versions prominently featured the name of their inventor, John Landis Mason. In England, canning jars are commonly referred to as Kilner jars for the exact same reason after inventor John Kilner. The temperature of the sun's core is a staggering 15 million degrees Celsius or 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. While we may marvel at how long Stonehenge has stood in the British countryside, don't marvel too hard, as the monument has had a bit of help. Over the years, it has actually undergone several major renovations to repair weather damage. Have you ever wondered who has won the most Grammys in one night? Michael Jackson won 8 Grammy Awards in a single night in 1984, a record that is yet to be broken and was only tied 16 years after the fact by Santana in 2000. A staple of college and summer parties, the Jell-O shot, was invented by mathematician Tom Lehrer during his 1950s service in the military as a way of circumventing liquor restrictions at the base he was stationed at. The term cola, used to refer to carbonated soft drinks such as Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola, is derived from the cola nut, an early soda additive that provided both caffeine and caramel coloring common to many drinks, though other sources of caffeine are generally used in modern formulations. Although it was never brought to production, the title of the potential Spaceballs sequel was slated to be Spaceballs 3: The Search for Spaceballs 2, and then later, Spaceballs 2: The Search for More Money. Richard Harris, the actor who portrayed Dumbledore in the first 2 Harry Potter movies, did so largely because his then 11-year-old granddaughter was extremely upset that her grandfather would pass up the chance to be in a Harry Potter film. Neptune's moon Triton has active geysers that do not spew out hot liquids like familiar Earthbound geysers do, but giant jets of icy nitrogen gas plumes up to 8 kilometers high instead. There is a common belief that British tanks are equipped with facilities for the sole purpose of making a hot cup of tea. However, while British vehicles are fitted with a water heating device for heating food rations, it is in fact not a solely dedicated tea-making facility. The term paparazzi, used to refer to the press photographers that hound celebrities, was coined in the 1960s and is derived from the Italian word for very large mosquito. The pink plastic flamingo is the official bird of the city of Madison, Wisconsin. In 1979, students covered the University of Wisconsin's Bascom Hill with over 1,000 of them on the first day of classes. On the 30th anniversary of this flamingo bomb, Madison City Council voted 15-4 to recognize the pink plastic lawn flamingo as the official bird of the city. One of iconic actor Jack Nicholson's early jobs was working as an office assistant in MGM's animation department, largely made up by the legendary Hanna-Barbera studio. Nicholson, who would go on to become the most nominated male actor in Oscar history, worked as a runner, assisting the office with low-level tasks and bringing supplies and documents to and fro. The father of modern taxonomy, Carl Linnaeus, would name unpleasant species after associates he didn't care for. The noxious weed, Sesbeckia, for example, is named after the German botanist Johann Sachbeck. Writers for That 70s Show got creative with their titles as the show progressed. All the episode titles in Season 5 were the titles of Led Zeppelin songs. In Season 6, they were the Who songs. In Season 7, they were the Rolling Stones songs. And in Season 8, they were Queen songs. There we have it, 30 fascinating facts to make your day. What fact surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more fascinating content and share it with your friends. Until next time, stay curious and you have a great day.